Welcome to VolcanOlympus Technologies and Repairs, and in this one we are continuing the under surveillance repair. And as you can see that we have a cracked screen, and then this one is, as you can see, it's black, and then we have to try and fix this. The client is waiting. So you know the purpose of this video, or the purpose of this series, the under surveillance series, is mainly focused on you being the subscriber of our channel or the viewer of our channel, to see the whole process unfold right in front of your eyes without anything being cut, being fast forward, or being edited in any form. So here we are just going to start with repair straight away without wasting any time. I'm going to need a prying tool, maybe a tweezer, and maybe this star screwdriver. I'm not sure which one I'll use between the two, but any size of the smallest can do. So I see that this phone was opened before, so I'll just put in my prying tool and then continue opening it up. Make sure you do not punch the battery, because you know lithium batteries are explosive and can catch fire, so you need to be careful with that. So this is not your ordinary tutorial where I'll be guiding you step by step on how to replace a screen, but it also can help you with understanding on how to replace a screen. This is actually a Huawei Y70, as you can see. Y70 and Y70 Plus should be using the same screen. I'm not sure, but I think it should be using the same screen. As you can see, some screws are falling out from the PC board, from the housing itself, because they were not tied up by the previous repairer or the repairing technician or engineer. So the first thing is I'll be untying the screws, which, if you are a follower of this channel, you know that this is one of the most annoying part that I hate in cell phone repairing. But it is the reality that we have to live with, as you know that in this series we do not fast forward anything or cut anything. So you'll have to see me unscrew every screw that we can find on this device. So there's no screw around here, so we're going to continue looking for more screws. So this one seems not to be unscrewed. Okay, it is. So this one doesn't want to come out, but it is screwed out. Let me just try. Okay, another thing that we are going to do is we are going to try and remove the SIM tray. There you go. And then we are going to remove the housing back cover. I'm trying not to lose that screw. but it seems like it doesn't want to come out. See, you have to be careful near places like this, because you can put in the prying tool and then it might tear down or the flexi cable for the fingerprint unlock. So you need to be very careful, or you'll have to replace it, and that will cost you money. As you can see, I'm not pulling it out because I have to make sure I do not tear it. And then we are going to disconnect this. I'm actually supposed to disconnect the power first and then disconnect this, because if you do not cut the power, I'm out of frame. So if you do not cut the power, you might get a short circuit that might also hurt other things in the device. So right now, okay, we have to follow through. It says 1, you have to peel the first one and then peel out the second one. This thing is written in Chinese. I don't know how do they expect me to read Chinese, but I'm just thinking this is how I have to do it. And then the third one, I think I have to pull it as per instruction that we see on the picture, because we cannot read Chinese. So I have to pull this one out. I have to pull it. Perfect. So now I'll have to pull this one away. I have to peel it away so that I'll be able to remove the screen flexi over here. So I'll just like this, peel it, and then now what I'm going to do is, let me try and do it from this side. Yeah. There we have it. And now we are going to try and insert or install this one. But you know, before any installation, we have to test out. So what I'm going to do is going to put this back way where it stays, and then I'm going to teach you a small hack here so that you do not have to worry about peeling over this membrane again. So I'm just going to pop a hole here, and then you're going to sneak it into that, just like this. See, right now you do not have to worry about that membrane sticking. So right now we are going to plug it in. There you go. And then place the battery over. Place the battery over. Place the battery over. And then plug the battery in. There you go. And then try to switch it on. Is it plugged in? Yeah, I think it is. And then we're going to switch it on. And then as you can see, it's switching on. Then now we are going to wait for it so that we test if there are any dead pixels on the phone. But I'm not going to do the test mode. I'm just going to touch it over the any available features or buttons that are on the screen. So we're 10 minutes in. Let's see if we can finish this in 15 minutes. Okay. Usually, if all these buttons that are available on screen are you are able to press them, then it seems like, I mean, like if all the buttons that are available on screen you are able to press them, then it simply means that it is functional. Mostly, not all of them, but mostly. But because I trust my supplier, the supplier that I'm using right now is one of the best in screen supplies, and I usually get the best screens with the highest quality possible. So what I'm going to do right now, just going to close it up. Don't want to waste any more time. Okay, and then now we are going to put this in an exact pressure. Ba Moby, 10 minutes. 10 minutes. Okay. Okay. And then what else do I need? I'll just put in my screws. The longer screws usually are for the corners. Like this. This one is attracted by the magnet that you find in the speaker. I don't know if this is in frame. Okay. And then the rest of the screws can go in any other place that you can find. Are there any other screws that we did not replace? I think not. So we are just going to tie them right now. I just hope these screws are put in the right place, because if you put a long screw in a wrong place, then you might find that the screw can go over and then punch the screen. The screw can go over and pop a hole in here and then punch the screen, and then it will be game over. So which is why mostly I like to put in all the screws before I attach the screen, so that if the screw goes over, then I know that the screen is still safe, unless I'm exerting too much pressure while I'm screwing in. Then that might not work into my favor. I think some screws are missing. Just take this one and put it here. The corners are the most vulnerable places, So this one is not screwing in. So I think the technician that was repairing this phone did not place in the correct screws. Okay, I think I'm finding some. Okay, let me put this long one here. And then I'll take this one here, put this one here, then put this one here. (15 minutes 40 seconds). These screws are not screwing in. This guy that was repairing this phone before did not use the correct screws. So I'm thinking that these silver screws are for that side of the charging port. That's how usually they do it. The silver ones goes below, and then the black one usually goes above. Even here they are not working. Okay, this one is working. Let me try and move this one to another hole. Let's try and put it here and see. I don't think it will work here. Let me try here. Still not working. Let me try it on the other hole here. Still not working. So this proves what I've just said, that this guy was taking just any screw that they can find to replace the lost screws, and then I do not have the correct sizes to replace all the other screws that are missing. So what I'm going to do right now is, let me see, is the phone clean? That is very important. The phone has to be clean. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to avoid spilling liquid on the lenses, and then try to use a toothbrush to clean any dust particles. And then now because this is out of the way, we are going to apply the glue adhesive. Where is my glue? Here is my glue. So usually these days I hardly make it to 15 minutes. I go over 15 minutes. So here we have to avoid this place here for the sensors. Have to also avoid putting any glue on the lens. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start from this corner here, then go around. Usually I do not put the glue below because I have to turn the screen over like this, but because I see that the flexi is a bit longer and there's no charging port that is connecting below, that is why I'm able to do it the way that I'm doing right now. Avoid the lens, avoid the sensors. And then you can just place it over now. So I actually have to clean up this. The tutorial is actually complete, but you know that another part that I hate the most is cleaning up this thing here. I think this device was not being repaired, but rather was being unlocked. And you know that these type of models, you have to unscrew the back part so that you, what do they call it? They call it test points, so you can find the test points for unlocking. So I think that is why it was opened. If I'm not mistaken, maybe I'm the one who opened. No, I'm not the one, because the last device that I opened, that was a Y70. It was a Y70 plus, and this one is a Y70 standard, you see. So I don't think I'm the one that unlocked this one. And then usually when I unlock, and then I do not put this type of adhesive, because it's really not necessary to make it dirty like this, because that original adhesive is still sticky. So you just apply a little bit of heat using that the screen separator machine. You just apply it maybe like 50 degrees heat, and then as soon as the machine reaches 50 degrees Celsius, you turn it off, and then you place the device there until the machine gets cold. And then in that way, the adhesive usually sticks, but it doesn't stick as good as when it comes back from the manufacturer, obviously. But sometimes I just remove the old adhesive, the original adhesive, which is the old one, and then I put my own, the double tape to be specific. I put a double tape adhesive, and then that way I know that the job comes out very clean, rather than to make it dirty like this. I'm also making it dirty so that the next repairing technician can feel the pain that that I felt. If it will be me, it will be unfortunate, but the next repair technician will feel the pain that I'm feeling right now. I'm actually supposed to use a double tape, but unfortunately it has ran out and I have to restock. But I'll just use this. It also does the job, but the downside about it is that whenever you have to close the device again, you will struggle to clean it. Dela nhliziyo yami wedela, dela nhliziyo yami wedela. So for your clients to take you seriously, you have to clean out this adhesive, maybe with a dry, not exactly dry, it's either a damp cloth or just a dry cloth that you will apply. Maybe a dry cloth, maybe you apply alcohol, and then after you've applied alcohol, and then you clean it. Then in that way the client will find the most cleanest, you'll find that you are the most cleanest technician amongst all. You know, when a client finds a device clean, they usually ask themselves, what did they do to this device? Did they open it? Didn't they open it? But you see, when you use an adhesive like this one, they obviously can see even if you cleaned it, but cleaning it makes your job more professional. Dela nhliziyo yami wedela. Perfect. We are back in business. From me, Master King SA from VolcanOlympus Technologies and Repairs. Please like, subscribe, share, comment, and make sure that your friend tells their friend to tell their friend that at VolcanOlympus Repairs, we bring phones back to life. See you on the next one.